Hello children, welcome to the EVS online class. Hope you all are fine. In our previous class, we discussed about communicable diseases and the spread of communicable diseases. Have you all gone through the topic? What are communicable diseases? The disease that spread from one person to the other are called communicable diseases or infectious diseases. Communicable diseases are caused by germs and they spread in different ways. They spread through infected food and water, through air, through direct contact, through insect bite and through damaged skin. Today let's discuss about the prevention of infectious diseases or communicable diseases. How can we prevent a disease? The best way to prevent a disease is by controlling the breeding and spreading of germs. So let's discuss about some points to be followed to control or to stop the spreading of germs. First thing is that we should keep ourselves and our surroundings neat and clean. Have a bath daily using soap and water. Wash your hands properly using soap and water before you eat food. Keep your nails short. If your nails are dirty, germs enter your body through the food when you eat it. Always put garbage in covered bins. Germs and insects like houseflies and cockroaches breed in garbage. Garbage means waste. So don't allow the garbage to collect. Dispose of it time to time. Use disinfectants and antiseptics to destroy germs. Disinfectants are used to clean floors, bathrooms, drains, etc. Antiseptics are used to clean wounds, cuts and insects bite. We know that mosquitoes spread several diseases like malaria, dengue, etc. Mosquitoes breed in stagnant water. Stagnant water means the water that is not flowing. So make sure that there is no stagnant water near your house so that mosquitoes will not be able to breed in it. Stay away from infected people and their belongings, so that the germs do not spread from one person to other. Keep your windows open to let sunlight in because sunlight kills germs. Always use boiled water for drinking because boiling water for 10 to 15 minutes kills the germs. So these are some points to be followed to prevent the spreading of germs. The next topic is immunization. Have you heard the word immunization? People, especially children, are given vaccinations to prevent them from getting serious diseases. What is vaccination? The act of introducing vaccine to the body is called vaccination. When a vaccine is introduced to the body produces immunity against a particular disease. That is called immunization. So vaccination is the act of introducing vaccine to the body to produce immunity against a particular disease. Immunity means the capacity to resist microorganisms that causes a disease. What is a vaccine? Vaccines are made of small quantities of dead or weakened germs of a particular disease or substances produced by these germs. So when a vaccine is introduced to the body, what happens? The body produces substances to fight the germs of that particular disease. Thus, in future, when the germs of that disease enters our body becomes capable of fighting the germs of that disease. Vaccine is either given orally or injected to the body. Many diseases such as tetanus, typhoid, mumps, measles, polio, etc. can be controlled through vaccines. Children are given vaccines for polio, pertussis, diphtheria, measles and tetanus before the age of 5. Now let's discuss about non-infectious diseases or non-communicable diseases. We studied that communicable diseases or infectious diseases are the diseases that spread from one person to another. Non-infectious or non-communicable diseases are the diseases that do not spread from one person to another. Sometimes some diseases are caused due to the lack of right kind of food in our diet. Such diseases are called as deficiency diseases. Lack of carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals leads to the deficiency diseases like rickets, scurvy, goiter, night blindness, etc. In your textbook page number 32, you can see a chart showing the name of vitamin or mineral, source, its importance and the disease caused due to the deficiency of that vitamin or mineral. Let's look into that.
First is vitamin A. Vitamin A is rich in food items like carrot, milk, liver, butter, green leafy vegetables, sweet potato, and yellow fruits and vegetables. Vitamin A protects eyes and it helps to keep skin, bones, and teeth healthy. Deficiency of vitamin A leads to the disease called night blindness. That is, we cannot see properly in the dim light or in the dark. The next is vitamin B1. It is rich in food items like milk, fish, beans, meat, whole grains, and nuts. Vitamin B1 is needed for proper functioning of nerves and heart. Deficiency of vitamin B1 leads to beriberi, that is, loss of appetite and tiredness. Appetite means hunger. The next is vitamin C. Vitamin C is rich in orange and other citrus fruits, cauliflower, tomato, capsicum, and chili. It is needed for normal growth and development of the body. Vitamin C deficiency leads to the disease scurvy, that is, bleeding of gums and swelling of joints. Wounds do not heal. The next is vitamin D. It is rich in food items like milk, cheese, fish, egg, and sunlight. The sun is the best source of vitamin D. Vitamin D ensures healthy bones and teeth, and its deficiency leads to the disease called rickets. Rickets means soft bones that bend in children, and in adults it is brittle bones. Brittle means hard but liable to break easily. The next is iron. Sources: liver, meat, seafood, spinach, and beans. Iron is a part of red blood cells. Deficiency of iron leads to the disease called anemia. It is the disease of blood. Body is pale and the person becomes tired easily. Then calcium. The mineral calcium is rich in milk and milk products, egg, green leafy vegetables. Calcium strengthens bones and teeth. Deficiency of calcium leads to soft and weak bones and also bad teeth. Then phosphorus. Phosphorus is rich in meat, fish, milk and milk products, egg, beans and grains. Phosphorus strengthens bones and teeth and maintains the body. Deficiency of phosphorus leads to pain in the joints, that is, poor bone development. The next mineral is iodine, which is rich in seafood and iodized salt. It controls growth and body activity. Deficiency of iodine leads to the disease goiter. Goiter is swelling in the neck region.
So it is very important to eat food rich in nutrients to avoid deficiency diseases. Also, there are some other non-communicable diseases like allergy, asthma, diabetes, arthritis, etc. Sometimes when we take a medicine or eat a food, we get a rash or had a bad reaction on our body. Such a reaction to a substance is called allergy. Diseases like diabetes and arthritis are caused when some part of our body do not function properly. Air pollution can lead to the disease asthma, which affects the respiratory system of our body. Also, some bad habits like smoking and drinking lead to some non-communicable diseases. Overeating is also not good. If you are eating too much unhealthy food and do not do any exercise, it will lead to heart problems and obesity. So to keep our body healthy and fit, we must eat a balanced diet, drink plenty of water, do proper physical exercises and get enough sleep. Dear children, as per a new CBSE circular, we have to do an art integrated project this academic year. Himachal Pradesh is a pioneer state. So we have to do something related to that state. The topic for our project is national parks. In EVS part, you have to make a picture album of 5 national parks in Kerala and 5 national parks in Himachal Pradesh. Also, you have to write a few sentences about each national park, at least 3 or 4 sentences. Creativity, organization of the content, quality and attractiveness are the criteria used. Further details will be explained in our next live class. So dear children, start collecting data. So we have completed this lesson, prevention of diseases. Hope you all have understood today's topic. Read the textbook very well, study the notes. A test paper is attached along with this. Do the test and submit it. See you in the next class with a new lesson. Thank you.